Hi, today I'm making fresh salsa. It's been the summer holidays and I just like to have some fresh salsa around and thought I would share how to make it from scratch. So we're going to begin with 6 Roma tomatoes, 1 medium-sized white onion, jalapeno, and cilantro. So now with the 6 Roma tomatoes, you want them to be a nice firm, nice size. I'm using about 3/4 cups of cilantro. Half of this jalapeno will go into the salsa, and then about, I want to say half a cup of white onion. So in order for me to kind of get that roasted salsa flavor, I'm going to put the 6 tomatoes on my stove in my cast iron skillet, and I'm gonna brown them, okay? And while they're starting to heat up, I will go ahead and chop up my cilantro. As the tomatoes are starting to kind of blister on one side, I'm gonna just continually move them around, okay? And you're gonna see them start to, again, blister and get a little brown, and that's what you want, because we want to take that charred skin and add that to the salsa. Many recipes call for roasted garlic, and I just didn't feel like that this time. You certainly can add that. I decided to leave that out, but that is a very common ingredient for fresh salsa. I have chopped up the jalapeno. I want it to be very fine in the salsa, so I've already chopped it in very small pieces. And also I've, cut the onion. I've chopped those as well. And this is just so that I can have a very fine salsa texture. I've returned to my tomatoes and they have blistered, and now they've cooled for about 10 minutes, and I'm cutting them to add them to my blender. Okay, so I'm going to, as you can see here, I'm just cutting them in half so they'll go in the blender with no issue. They were probably, the total time to roast them was about 15 minutes on high heat. And once all of these are cut in half, I'm transferring them to my blender and just getting the ingredients ready to pulse. I took my onions and jalapeno and put them in a baggie because I had an errand to run. But I've added them to the blender, and I'm also adding the fresh cilantro. So all the ingredients are here in the blender, and I'm just going to add a tablespoon of salt and a half a tablespoon of cumin. I'm also adding 2 fresh squeezed limes. And I'm just pulsing, okay? I'm just going to pulse this. I'm not going to blend it fine. I just want the ingredients to be, chopped fine enough that when I stir it, that it looks like salsa. And I let this chill for about 30 minutes, and it's ready to serve.